Hey everybody, Pete Weitzel here, the Wargaming Strongman. First video in a long time. Last time I did a AOS video, so I think I'm going to do another AOS video today. So we will be unboxing the brand new General's Handbook. There we go. I can't speak today. It's late. Handbook Warlords Edition. This is the web store exclusive. I'm pretty happy with it. The book, I've flipped through it and I've gone back and forth. I really haven't analyzed it, broke it down. Mini Wargaming did a much better job, and I mean, I think that their video was like 2.5 hours long or something like that. So they really went through it. So what I'm gonna do is just go over the basics of the Warlords edition, which I think is still available to buy on the website. So let's get to it. Obviously, it comes in this box. Nice little touch here. I mean, I'll probably keep all the stuff in this box. It's a good little touch. So we'll flip it over, open it up. First thing, we have these wonderful gigantic cards. All they are is basically all your battle plans from inside the book. I mean, it's nice to have them out. That way you don't have to carry the book around. You can just pull these out and you got everything good to go. I mean, you pick your battle plan and you follow it. I mean, pretty straightforward. It's a nice little reference thing. I like that GW is coming out with all these little reference tools. I think it's just a nice little thing. It makes it easier for everyone to game with. I mean, like, you have the obvious things like the apps that are coming out. I mean, they just announced their Paint one and they kind of gave some details finally on it. The War Scroll Builder, that they ported over to the Warhammer community. And then obviously the AOS app. I'm really hoping they come out with an app for 40K. That would be really cool. So anyway, on to the next thing. More little cards. These are from the Coalition of Death, Triumph from Treachery. Yeah, and a couple pitch battle things here. Basically, it gives you all your things that you need to do to play the game, whichever one you're picking, whether it's Triumph from Treachery or some of the pitch battle or the Coalition of Death battle plans. Gives you your victory conditions and things like that, your triumphs, treacherous acts. What else? I think this one, yeah, the Triumph and Treachery, and then you still have your Coalition of Death. Cool little cards. I didn't realize when buying this is that these were not the open war cards. I got confused for a minute. Honestly, after going over everything, I wish that would have been included in this whole package. I would have paid another $10, $15 just to have the open war cards included in this. I mean, this was supposed to be the high-end edition. Gave you everything you needed. So those cards would have been a nice little touch. I probably will be picking them up here soon. Okay, on to the next. Victory points trackers. You spin them, it's got all your stuff here. I'm not sure how much I'm going to keep. I'm not sure if I'm really going to get much use out of these. I'm not a competitive player. I mean, what happens happens. I'm not gonna lie to you, tracking victory points is not my thing. I have half a clue how to track victory points, other than like securing objectives or whatever, whatnot is in the battle plans. I mean, other than that, some guys, like, they can just look at a game and go, yeah, I have X amount of points and this and that, and I'm just not one of them. I just like playing to the plan, and that's all I like doing, really. Victory points and all that kind of stuff, I let someone else track. So if I play with someone else who doesn't track that, I mean, we're both screwed. We'll probably just play till one of us wipes the other one off the board. So, I mean, that's kind of a nice little accessory for the people who track that. This, I'm not sure if this will help me. This is a turn number counter. Obviously goes 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it's nice. But if you forget about keeping track of your turns like I do, I mean, all I really do is use a dice. That seems to work pretty good for me. Yeah, I mean, they're nice. I mean, I would trade both of these for the open war cards, both of them. Could really do without them. I mean, I don't think I'll get much use out of them. I might give them to somebody who will. This is what I needed as a gamer. This is probably the best thing. And honestly, it came to me like this from GW. The little fold here and all that. I mean, that kind of, well, I mean, it's cardboard. I don't know what I'm expecting. But it just would have been nice if it would have came without being slightly damaged. That's just a minor nitpicking point. But all these little counters, I mean, these are supposed to be your summoning rulers. I can probably use them in 40k too. I mean, if you want. I mean, most guys carry a tape measure, so I mean, I don't know why you need this. It is what it is, though. I mean, I might use them in 40k for deep striking, because I mean, it's 9 inches there as well. But you got all these little things like star ore markers and objective markers, and +1 to hit, 2 wound, reroll saves. +1 to cast, Inspiring Presence, Mystic Shield, Battle Shock. I mean, these are really nice. I wish I would have gotten 2 of these. I would easily take 2 of these, just because, I mean, stuff gets destroyed. Stuff gets wrecked. I mean, it just happens, you know, from use. But this is probably the best thing I think I got out of this whole package, is these objective markers. The objective markers, I think, are really a nice little thing. They are double-sided, which is awesome, and they're easy to punch out, obviously. I mean, this came right out. But it's a cool little thing. I can't wait to actually use these in a game. I think that's an awesome little handy tool for anyone who plays. Even if you're good at remembering stuff, it's just nice to mark everything out. I mean, there's other companies, like I think it's Litco or LTKO. They make acrylic versions of those, which I think is kind of cool, but I mean, they're pricey. I can't justify paying that. I mean, I'm cheap. So finally, we got the Pitch Battle Army roster. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You got all your stuff on here. Game size, allegiance, general, player, your units, your rolls, points, size. I mean, it's all straightforward. I would trade this for another one of these, because honestly, between War Scroll Builder and all that kind of stuff, I mean, you don't really need it. You can easily figure it all out, write it down on a regular piece of paper. I mean, you don't need all this stuff. I don't even know if I'll end up using this, but it's a nice little habit. It's a cool little thing for those guys who like to keep organized. I'm not one of them. And then obviously we got the book. I mean, it's just, there's nothing special about it. It's not like a special edition codex for 40k or you know, the special edition Stormcast Battle Tome or anything like that. It's pretty straightforward. It's just the same book that everyone else got. That would have been cool in the Warlords edition if you got some additional artwork or you know something cool. We'll see what happens. I mean, eventually GW will probably start supporting AOS with more little stuff like that, more the high-end collector stuff. I mean, I think Blades of Corn and I don't even think Blades of Corn had a special edition. I think it was just Corn Bloodbound and the original Stormcast. Those both had a collector's edition. But it'd be cool to have a collector's edition General's Handbook. I mean, I'd pay another 10-15 bucks for some artwork and some cool stuff to hang up. But yeah, I mean, that's everything you got. I mean, my only complaint is the open war cards. I would easily trade both those trackers for the open war cards. Other than that, I mean, it's a great buy for what I paid. I think it was $90 Canadian. Yeah, so that's just my quick unboxing video. Hope you guys like it, and I will be back with another video soon.